Well, good Saturday morning, everyone, and greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records here in Midland, Michigan. I hope your weekend is off to a fantastic start. Beautiful summer day outside so far today here in the Mid-Michigan area. I know there's some rain in the forecast, and we're getting a little bit here and there, but it's given. That's going to happen. We're supposed to get a little rain here for the crops, right? Right. But it is going to be a beautiful morning at the very least, and then hopefully tomorrow and into next week will be even better. And I hope you guys are doing everything you can to enjoy yourselves out there. We're going to be doing that here ourselves very soon too. I think I teased you folks about this last week, but the vacation time is approached again. I know we just took one, but that, as you know, was for the wedding. James the Younger and Molly's wedding a couple of weeks back. But now it's going to be a bona fide vacation coming up next week here at the store. So before we get into any of the goodies today, just let me remind you folks that we'll be open today, Saturday, if you're watching this a little bit later, the 12th from, just a little bit from now, 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. Tomorrow, Sunday, the 13th, will be open from 12 noon until 4 p.m. Closed per normal on Monday and Tuesday, but then the following week there, the 16th through the 22nd, the store will be closed, and we're going to take a little bit of a break. So we'll cover what to do about orders and pickups and the like as we go through, but just kind of note that on your calendar. We're here today and tomorrow, but then closed all of, next week, the 16th through the 22nd. The store will open back up on Wednesday, the 23rd, regular hours, to carry us through. I think that's going to be it. I may take a day or two in August. You never know. It's I've approached that now. It's like, I think maybe I just need a little more time off here and there. Not to say that I want to be here for you folks. I do. I just need a little time off once in a while. So that is next week. Make sure that you are aware of that if you're working your way here or if you're planning to get something. All right, let's say some quick hellos. I got a lot of records to get through. We had that mess up last week with the UPS, and that showed up and a lot more. So let's get the hellos into the stuff here, and we'll talk about records. Sorry. All right. Let's see. Jennifer, good morning. Thank you. Yes, we will have a good vacation. Thank you for being here. TC from TKR out on the East Coast. Good morning. Good talking to you the other day. May I tease the fact that there's going to be a little interview segment that I did with TC coming up soon. I'll give you guys an update when I hear that it's a go. But it's great talking to you the other day, TC. Always enjoyable. Dan, good morning. It is a beautiful summer morning. Yes, thank you for being here. Chuck, good morning to you as well. Yep, we'll see. I got a couple things here for you. Pat, good morning. Campers, I'm assuming that means you're camping, so enjoy that as well, Pat. Mike, good morning. The favorite album pusher. I got what you need, man. I got what you need. Most of the time. All right, David, good morning to you as well. And, it's Tease Away. Yeah, TC says Tease Away. Yep. Had a little great conversation with TC from TKR Video Central for his channel. And it was a nifty little conversation about radio. Yes, radio. We talk about records a little bit, but primarily it's about radio and my past with that industry. So I'll let you guys know when that comes up. When TC gets ready, you'll let me know. And we will let you know how to watch it. It was a fun conversation. Scott, good morning to you as well. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and dive into the records. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. And as I do, I want to mention the podcast, Two Guys Talking About Records. We do that each week with our good buddy, Steve Carlson, because that is going to have to do with this brand new record from Wet Leg. We're going to talk about this a little bit on the podcast coming up on Sunday. This is the brand new one called Moisturizer. And if you're not familiar with Wet Leg, check them out. Their self-titled album came out a couple years ago now. Phenomenal album. They did great with it. And the subject matter for this week's podcast has to do with the so-called sophomore slump. Does that happen to bands? Their first album hits so big, so fast. What happens when they get to the second one? Does it live up to expectations? Okay, spoiler alert, because this is us talking. I like this album. It's a good album. Do I think it's as good as the first? I don't know yet. I'm still trying to decide. I'll give it a couple more listens. But Moisturizer is a very good album. And Steve and I are going to talk in depth. So you'll find out what Steve thinks on Sunday as well. I've got 3 copies of this left. It is the indie exclusive clear vinyl version. So like I said, check it out if you have not. This is the singles that they released originally. I'm okay with that, but the rest of the album is pretty darn good. So check it out. 3 copies to get us through the weekend. If we need more, I'll do my best to get a hold of those when we get back, if those run through. So speaking of Wet Leg, I still do have 1 copy of their original self-titled black vinyl version of that. Check it out. Other new releases from this week include the Goonies soundtrack. This is a little bit of a different cover. The Dave Grusin score, composed and conducted by. This one is on green vinyl. What do they call it? Bejeweled emerald green vinyl, because of course they do. 1 copy of the Goonies in to get us through the weekend. Okay, big batch of reissues from Billy Joel, and these happen from time to time from our distributors and the labels that put them out. They did that a couple weeks back with The Doors, which we finally got. They've done that with Sabbath and a few others. So here is a whole hunk of Billy Joel minus Piano Man. That came out a couple of weeks back. So it's interesting. We did get these. I think the only one that didn't show up was River of Dreams. But if somebody needs that, we'll get a hold of it. They'll just reissue these. These are under the auspice of a 50-year anniversary of Billy Joel. A couple of them celebrating 50 years, not of the albums, but of Billy Joel as an artist. And then lo and behold, this morning, across my YouTube feed, I see a trailer for a Billy Joel documentary coming up, I believe, on HBO. So that explains it, doesn't it? We're going to be inundated with some Billy Joel stuff, so I guess we're well stocked. Piano Man in stock. Then the ones just released this week, we've got a copy of 52nd Street. These are, I don't think that these are remastered. No, they were remastered, as I recall, from the new release show fairly recently. Glass Houses, a couple of copies of that. Nylon Curtain is in here, as well as Innocent Man, Stormfront, and then the one I'm really not familiar with, the Billy Joel Fantasies and Delusions, his final studio album, I believe, from 1993. So maybe not his final one, but yeah, music composed by, this is Fantasies and Delusion, music for solo piano from Billy Joel. So 1 copy of that. When these go, I'm sure we'll be able to get more. I think they pressed a ton of them. So we've got lots and lots of Billy Joel. And as I said, prepare to be inundated with Billy Joel stuff, it seems like, with that new documentary coming out as well. All right, let's see. Other ones, this is the Rhino reissues. They're doing these high fidelity reissues, which sound absolutely fantastic. They're a little more expensive, but heavy gatefold jackets and some cool stuff. So we've got the Television Marquee Moon, 1 copy of that. I got the Stooges and the Hi-Fi self-titled 180 gram. All these are, by the way, these are usually cut from the original analog master tapes, and pretty much all black vinyl, I think. Limited edition of 5,000 on the Stooges. Now, I mentioned that because they did that with the Doors, and that was part of our shipping delay last week that we didn't get. So I do have them now. Better late than never, I suppose. But we don't have the first one. The self-titled Doors didn't show. Hopefully that'll get here by the time we get back. But we've got Strange Days, Soft Parade. By the way, all of these high-fidelity reissues from Rhino and Warner are coming in at the $40 price tag. They're, as I said, they're a little more expensive, but they sound fantastic. Folks that have bought them say they sound absolutely great. I know that the Sabbath ones did, and some of the others. So Morrison Hotel is on there, Waiting for the Sun, and L.A. Woman. L.A. Woman, I was curious about whether or not it would have the die-cut cover. It does not. So that's part of that reissue. They gatefolded that sucker up just straight on there. So lots of those coming up. And I did see something that indicates that Fleetwood Mac Warner's jumping on that. Fleetwood Mac, they're going to release a couple of high-fidelity reissues of the big Fleetwood Mac stuff coming up. Don't know when, but we'll track that down and let you guys know when that happens on our new release show specifically. A couple of other things. I had a bootleg unofficial shipment show up this week also. A couple of the highlights. You can see all of these, by the way, in the drop video from yesterday, so check that out when you're done watching here. A couple of notable ones from the unofficial shelves. Kiss on tour, June 28th, 1996. Double LP live. I hear that this sounds great. I have not cracked one to listen to. This one was recorded at Tiger Stadium in 1996. Yellow vinyl with a poster. A lot of your great Kiss favorites on there at Tiger Stadium. So before they took that down, Led Zeppelin and Aerosmith doing something called Aero Zeppelin. Now they call this Zeppelin, but it's pretty much Aerosmith and Jimmy Page. So this is kind of a repackaging of some stuff that they did. Let's see here. Marquee in London. Let's see. Donington concert in 90 is on here. A Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony from 95. So pretty much Jimmy Page along with members of Aerosmith doing Aerosmith and Led Zeppelin tunes. So I guess they can call it Zeppelin there. On that note, we got an unofficial copy of the ever hard to find, except we've got an OG sitting over there, of the Jimmy Page and Robert Plant No Quarter. Great stuff from them. And then on the unofficial list, just because we usually have that one person that shows up once a year looking for Buckethead stuff, I do have a couple of Buckethead. Electric Sea and Giant Robot. Both of those unofficial, but they do sound good on there as well. So very cool stuff. Again, check out that drop video from yesterday, and you can see everything that went out onto the shelves. A couple more. Let's dive back to the YouTube chat. And let's see. We've got Daniel checking in. He loves the Goonies soundtrack. Very cool. Fred in Grand Rapids saying good morning. Thank you for being here, sir, as well as Chance, concert buddy. Top of the morning to you guys. And he's saying hi to all the fellow vinyl enthusiasts. Cool to hear from you, Chance. As always, thank you for being here. All right. I think that will just about do it. It's going to be kind of just a regular weekend. We're getting a lot of tourists stopping through. And it's always great to see new people stopping in the store. If you're picking stuff up and you're on the road on a vacation of your own, make sure that you're taking care of your vinyl in the car as well. But it's always there fun. Oh, coming in late, Ryan and Blade saying good morning, and Gerard as well saying good morning. Thank you guys for making it in. You slipped it in under the very last moment or two here. All right, I think that is going to wrap this up. There will not be a live update next week. I'm not going to be able to do it next week. So we're going to have to wait 2 weeks. Oh, wow. So it's Aurora checking in from Syracuse. Very cool. Thank you for being here. So yeah, no live update next week, but there will be a new release show. And that is somebody calling in real quick. We will get to them momentarily. Thank you for calling. We'll be open in just a second. All right. So yeah, no new release next week, or no live update next week. There will be a new release. I think I'll try to get to that. There should be a podcast. I'll work that out with Steve as we get through, but there will be a podcast tomorrow. Again, we're talking Sophomore Slump, second albums that didn't quite live up to it. And we'll give you our opinion of that new Wet Leg and see whether or not they live up to it in our opinions, of course. So we'll check that out. All right, folks, one more time. The store will be open today from now until 4 p.m. Saturday, and tomorrow Sunday from 12 noon until 4 p.m. Closed on Monday and Tuesday, and then closed again all of next week, the 16th through the 22nd, for a little vacation time here for us at the store. And by us, I mean the proverbial we, man. All right, we will talk to you folks in 2 weeks live here. We will see you hopefully this weekend, and if not, we'll catch back up to you on the 23rd. As always, thank you so much for being here. If you're not subscribed, please make sure you do that. Like, comment, do all the stuff that YouTube likes you to do, because that helps spread the word, so to speak. And that's how we get folks out east and in Syracuse. Always great to have folks from around the country and the world checking in. Very happy to have that happen. All right, enjoy yourselves. Get out, enjoy some sunshine, dodge the raindrops if you have to. And we will talk to you guys next time from Radio Wasteland Records. As always, thanks so much for being here.